Yo, GameBro here, and this is Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Time to get this game over with. One less child to speak to, and that'll lead you straight to the final boss. And of course, he's wearing the Majora's Mask. It only makes sense. Well, I have nothing else to do. No, except for the three. Here's the mask that I was building up to. The Fierce Deity's mask. Basically replacement for what was going to be the adult mask. However, I will not actually be showing off here, but don't worry, I'm gonna make another video so that I will defeat not only this final boss with that mask, but every other boss as well. Sadly, you can't just use it anywhere. You can only use it facing against bosses and nowhere else. And you can only face the other bosses if you get all the heart pieces. But for now, I will be facing this boss the hard way. This is easily one of my favorite final bosses in any Zelda game. One of my favorite Zelda bosses of all time, period. Just so much fun to face. There are 3 different phases. It's when you just have the mask floating around, firing beams at you and such. Here I was trying to change into Zora Link, so I can use that boomerang-like attack to try to take it down, but for some reason, and by for some reason I mean probably because I got rid of every single mask I haven't got the Deity's mask, the game will not allow me. That's idiotic, but nothing I can do now, so I had to shoot it with arrows, which is more difficult to stun that mask that way. Only like when it's spinning and coming after you are you able to get a good shot at its back, because otherwise it's really difficult. Oh crap. See, now we have to take care of the other mask of bosses we faced before. And yes, fire arrow does as much damage as the light arrow, so you're better off just saving magic using some fire arrows instead. You'd think light would do more, requiring more magic, but it doesn't. And once we finish off those other masks, they will not come back. They would have like a second phase to him as well. Basically, try to deflect that move with your mirror shield. Why I say basically, it was really that simple. It's really that simple. The only complaint I have with this boss, besides the fact that you can't change his Zora, if you get rid of most of your mask, or the other 2 masks for that matter, is that it's a little too easy. I remember the first time I faced it, I lost 13 hearts, or 26 hearts since I had double defense. Not the most challenging boss in the world, but it's extremely enjoyable. Now on to phase 2. The bizarre one. It grew legs and arms and it'll just run around like a maniac. Occasionally attack you, but mostly just mess around with you. Though as I tried to execute it, and failing, the best way to stun is to use your spin attack. I just kept using it at the wrong time. That's like the only move it'll use against you. It hardly feels like a final boss here, but hey. It's a really enjoyable and funky phase, nonetheless. One thing that I didn't think of, or for some reason didn't think it would work, you could fire arrows at it to stun it. That works too. And I made my control stick in a slightly worse condition, all for nothing, by having to rotate press B. Good job, me. But what can you do, I guess? I just can't advise retain the N6 Force joystick unless you really have to. As the end of phase 2, now for the final one. And the most threatening, the most difficult. You're gonna want to use your shield a lot. And you'll see why shortly. But not for damage, to stun it. Now quickly go up to an attack. Again, be sure to bring out your shield a lot. It's going to keep whipping you. It attacks a lot. It has a really long range too. So you gotta have good timing on when to bring out your bow, because that leaves you vulnerable until you fire. And even then it can move quickly enough that they can dodge. So yeah, hopefully you'll have at least a green potion here. Yeah, there's also that move. Tying you with that whip and send you flying. Not the most damage dealing Zelda boss, but still the toughest of the 3 and a lot of fun. I can't stress enough how much I really enjoy facing Majora's Mask itself. And of course there are jars to break, so that'll help. But if you do use them all up, hopefully you do have a green potion. If you do enough damage to it, it'll summon a couple of spinning tops, making this battle even trickier. You'd think this boss battle would be annoying with how many times you have to bring out your shield, but it's surprisingly not. Unless I have terrible taste. Ah. Can I get to it? Yes, I can, and I did. Well, that's the final boss for you, and that's the game for you, pretty much, except for the ending. Again, do not fret, I will reface this boss with the Fierce Deity's mask. I mean, I damn better show off that mask. And you must have all 20 hearts to use it in other boss battles. And you also won't have to give away a bunch of masks to get it again in the final area, so hurrah. I'll never have to bother those other kids again. Now there will be a fourth day. Wait, why was I knocked out? How'd I escape? Whatever. Whatever to that, I guess. I really don't know how to comment on this. I'm pretty much explaining what I'll be doing in the final part. The extra part. This is a pretty satisfying ending, to say the least. So that actually it's the same Skull Kid from Ocarina of Time and not an alternate version of him. Or whatever. I did fill up that bomber's notebook and all. Many in Clocktown are living happier lives. Tettle is a bit of a tsundere. Can be mean, but is a nice fairy deep down, I guess. Well, as I've established, that is the end of Majora's Mask. It's been a lot of fun, though quite a long LP. I'm probably never going to LP a game this long again, but guess never say never. Just took me about 6 months to complete. And I must admit I was a little worried about having to find all of the heart pieces, but of course I have eventually succeeded on it, completing this game for the 100% for the very first time. Now I gotta play through a game with low percentage, cause I want a challenge. What else is there for me to discuss? Yeah, I guess I have nothing else to say. This is Game Bro. See you all in the next LP video.